that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen. It's already in my head. No funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized. It's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind. I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tents. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. A solid return, pretty good field position. Start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
On first down, they go with Mostert again to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. On play action, here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Tua on fourth down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run again on first down, Chubb. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Watson off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 40 yards. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point try. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A run for Nick Chubb.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Chubb.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
12 more yards there and another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Now a second down and 6.
Now Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rolling to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second down, Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The two are going to try and throw for it, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. And that'll be caught by Darden. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And that goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play action, now it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 2 catches in the first half, now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm here
Tua sets up to pass it. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
It's a run with Mostert. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Well, it's only a 1-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 133 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 16, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? In motion right is Wilson. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2 and now on first down. Steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Cooper, the man in motion right. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 169 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception.